Battlefield 3 is a sequel to Battlefield 2, which was a very successful game that we at DICE developed in 2005, which we're very proud of. And making a sequel to this game meant a lot of things to us, both emotional, but also what we really felt that we needed to get to. But what really makes Battlefield 3 stands out are probably part of the key pillars of what has been with the franchise for a long period of time, meaning that it's large, open environments, like huge scale that you can battle in. Of course, we have all the vehicles now, and we have reintroduced jets again, so you can fly around with jets. There's helicopters, tanks, boats, jeeps, etc. So a lot of things to choose from. And then, of course, we have the whole destruction that we introduced with Battlefield Bad Company 1, that we've now taken one step further in the dense urban environments that we have in the game. So there's a lot of these hallmark areas, almost like pillars of the franchise, that are super important to what we're doing, and definitely will set Battlefield 3 apart from the competitors. The plot of Battlefield 3 is that the main character that you play is Sergeant Black, or Blackburn, which is actually, there's a red thread throughout the story where he's basically asked, like, how far are you ready to go to save your country? You will be playing other characters in the game, but it all ties together to Sergeant Black and his story that's being told. And I won't reveal anything more than that, but it's going to be quite a nice ride. I hope everyone will agree. The destruction in Battlefield 3 is not there, and it never has been since we introduced it some time ago in the former titles. It has never been there just for eye candy, just for being pretty or something like that. We wanted to get this more of a dynamic battlefield in there because it actually changes the way that you play the game. Meaning that if you're camping up in some house somewhere as a sniper, you're not entirely secure just because you're sitting inside a house. That means that people can actually take down the wall or take down the house altogether or something like that. It also means that if you're hiding behind a cover, bullets can chip away at that cover and slowly expose you sitting behind it. So it actually changes the way that you play a shooter, and which we really like. We like how this have introduced itself into the sandbox gameplay that we often describe it as we have in Battlefield. The engine that we have that actually runs Battlefield 3 is called Frostbite 2, and it's an upgrade from the engine that we introduced with Battlefield Bad Company 1. There's a lot of things that have happened here underneath the hood, so to say, and a couple of the biggest ones has to do with really enabling us to building very large levels. On PC, we now have full 64 player maps, which are really, really big as well. So Frostbite 2 enables us to deliver huge maps with very, very good visual fidelity. A big change is also the full dynamic lighting that we can have now coming from Frostbite 2, meaning that all the light sources are dynamic. You can move them around. You will see people moving around with flashlights on their guns, down in the darker parts of some map perhaps. So that's also a very special thing. Then of course, as I mentioned before, we have taken the destruction one step further. Sound is very, very important for us as well, and that's taken a big step forward with Frostbite 2 as well. But one of the areas that's probably most important and most visually, that you can see it clearly, is animations. We work together with the FIFA and the Madden teams, the other sports games within EA, to actually borrow their animation technology, and we have implemented that together with Frostbite 2, meaning that we now have some really groundbreaking animations in the game, very similar to the kind of quality that you see in the sports game coming from the rest of EA. The cooperative mode, the co-op mode in Battlefield 3 is something we revealed just recently, and it's a big change for us that we actually ship the game with the co-op in the actual box at the ship day. We did try out some co-op in Battlefield Bad Company 2, but we weren't exactly happy with it, so we have redesigned a lot of things now, and one of the biggest changes is that it's actually two-player co-op, so it's you and a friend that can play together. There's also custom-built missions for the co-op the co-op section, the co-op campaign, meaning that you don't play through the single player, and it's not the same as the multiplayer maps either. So it's a unique experience. The launch of Battlefield 3, I mean the actual launch day in the end of October, is just the start of something as we see it. We plan to take care of this product for quite some time. We're going to make updates to the server code, to the client code, and these kind of things. And naturally, we're also going to supply people with the opportunity to expand their game experience with different kinds of PDLC. We haven't announced everything here, and we're going to keep it secret for a while longer, but we have announced one of the packages, which is called Back to Kokand, which actually includes some of the most popular maps played in Battlefield 2, the old game, that we now have reworked with the inside the Frostbite 2 engine and raised the quality bar quite a bit. And I hope that all of our hardcore fans are going to really enjoy playing those old maps. But there will be more stuff to come as well, but we'll announce that as we move further ahead into the post-launch campaign.